What up, fam? What up, family? Welcome back to my channel, Harry Chapin. I actually reviewed him before. I did Taxi, which was an incredible song, amazing storytelling. I think I did a long breakdown to those lyrics. You should go check that out. But this is Harry Chapin with Mr. Tanner from his 1974 album Short Stories. Oh, okay. So he has an album that's just stories. Oh, that's amazing. Another one who passed away too early. He passed at the age of 38. That is very young. Wow. But look, if y'all want to see more of Harry Chapin on his channel, y'all let me know what's next in the comment section below. And also, if you do enjoy this content, please hit that subscribe button, like the video if you like the video, leave a comment, let me know that you were here. And of course, I got the schlurks. Let's go ahead and listen.
Harry was constantly picking up observations from the environment, whether a taxi cab or a stewardess on a plane, constantly making notes. He saw a review in the New York Times about a singer making his debut at Town Hall in New York City, who was a real guy named Martin Turbley from Dayton, Ohio. He read the story. Why was he attracted to it, and why did he clip it and hold it? It's because it was part of his story, because he got bad reviews. So he could feel that guy's pain and disappointment in his story, and he could tell it.
Mr. Tanner was a cleaner from a town in the Midwest, and of all the cleaning shops around, he'd made his the best. But he also was a baritone who sang while hanging clothes. He practiced scales while pressing tails and sang at local shows. His friends and neighbors praised the voice that poured out from his throat. They said that he should use his gift instead of cleaning coats. But music was his life, it was not his livelihood. And it made him feel so happy, and it made him feel so good. And he sang from his heart, and he sang from his soul. He did not know how well he sang, it just made him whole.
I like that.
His friends kept working on him to try music out full time. A big debut and rave reviews, a great career to climb. Finally they got to him, he would take the fling. A concert agent in New York agreed to have him sing. And there were plane tickets, phone calls, money spent to rent the hall. It took most of his savings, but he gladly used them all. Music was his life, it was not his livelihood. And it made him feel so happy, and it made him feel so good. And he sang from his heart, and he sang from his soul. He did not know how well he sang, it just made him whole.
That's real. That's real.
The evening came, he took the stage, his face set in a smile. And in the half-filled hall, the critics sat, watching on the aisle. The concert was a blur to him, spatters of applause. He did not know how well he sang, he only heard the flaws. But the critics were concise, it only took 4 lines, and no one could accuse them of being overkind. Mr. Martin Tanner, baritone of Dayton, Ohio, made his town hall debut last night. He came well prepared, but unfortunately his presentation was not up to contemporary professional standards.
Oh, wow.
His voice lacks the range of tonal color necessary to make it consistently interesting. Full-time consideration of another endeavor might be in order.
Oh wow, that's how they kill dreams, man.
He came home to Dayton and was questioned by his friends. But he smiled and just said nothing, and he never sang again. Excepting very late at night when the shop was dark and closed. He sang softly to himself as he sorted through the clothes.
Wow.
Music was his life, it was not his livelihood, and it made him feel so happy, and it made him feel so good, and he sang from his heart, and he sang from his soul, and he did not know how well he sang. It just made him whole.
Wow.
John Wallace.
Wow. Wow. First of all, I'm glad that this is the version that was sent to me and not the studio version, because this add context with Mrs. Chapin in the beginning saying that, you know, he related to the song and it was from an actual, you know, news clip, and, you know, he just switched it and turned it around. What I'll say is, I love how they do the chorus, you know, while he's doing the chorus, and then the guy singing in that tone is kind of like, it's giving you just a glimpse, you know, at Mr. Tenor. And another thing too, as a creative, you know, I've been writing music pretty much since I can write. That's why I'm so into lyrics. Yeah, I hear the lyrics and stuff. I'm very into lyrics. So I've been writing music ever since I can write, but you know, once you start to hit stages and then you start to depend on opinions and stuff, it makes you kind of not like it a little bit, because it becomes like, you know, it's this quote, I forgot who said this. He said, I think Jay-Z said it. He said, I'm an artist and I'm sensitive about my shit, you know? So once you start to go, I used to do competitions, right? I never got number one. Like when I did art competitions when I was in like middle school and stuff, even in my freshman year in high school, I got number one before. Music, I never got number one. I was always like number 2 or number 3. Even when the guy who was running, he's like, oh my God, you got this. It just never happened. There was always a reason, you know, so I could understand this a lot. You feel me? To do something that you love and then you want to share it and then people just shit on it. You know, so then it makes you kind of lose yourself in the process. And that's not why I stopped making music, but you know. Anyways, beautifully performed by Mr. Chapin. Beautifully performed. I love. That's the thing about folk music, man. Folk music tells stories that you could feel. Like this is a well thought out story. Let's read a little bit. I don't want to keep y'all too much. Mr. Tanner was a cleaner from a town in the Midwest. In all of the cleaning shops around, he'd made his the best, okay? But he also was a baritone who sang while hanging clothes. He practiced scales while pressing tails and sang at the local shows. I could relate to this. His friends and neighbors praised the voice that poured out from his throat. They said that he should use his gift instead of cleaning coats. That's another thing too. When people start to tell you that you're very talented, you shouldn't be doing this, you should be doing that. In a way, I still feel like that's shitting on you a little bit because, you know, I used to hear that a lot. Damn, you should be, some people even comment on my YouTube, why aren't you still making music? You should be dropping music or whatever. But like certain things aren't as easy as, you feel me? I'm pretty sure this guy was just happy just doing the local shows because music is his life. Whenever he had a chance to just go out there and sing and just, feel that flow state, that magic, that euphoria, that feeling you feel when you're doing something that's blissful to your heart. And it's coming from your heart. It's not something that you have to do. It's not your job. Like he states in here, it's not his livelihood, it's just his life. But his friends kept working on him to try music out full time. A big debut and rave reviews, a great career to climb. Finally, they got to him. He would take the fling. A concert agent in New York agreed to have him sing. And there were plane tickets, phone calls, money spent to rent the hall. It took most of his savings, but he gladly used them all. So he's going all out. He's like, you know what? This is my big shot. My friends and my family believe in me. Let's go. It came from somebody who was just doing it just, for the love to, now it's slowly turning into something different. The evening came. He took the stage, his face set in a smile, and in the half-filled hall, the critics sat watching on the aisle. Hold up. Okay. On the aisle. But the concert was a blur to him. Spatters of applause. He did not know how well he sang. He only heard the flaws. But the critics were concise. It only took 4 lines. But no one could accuse them of being overkind. Mr. Tanner, baritone of Dayton, Ohio, made... Is this supposed to say Daytona or is it Daytona? Okay, Ohio made his town hall debut last night. He came well prepared, but unfortunately his presentation was not up to contemporary professional standards, whatever the fuck that means. His vocals lacked the range of tone color necessary to make it consistently interesting. Full-time consideration of another endeavor might be in order. Oh my God, like imagine being an artist and really loving what you do and they shit on you like this. But this happens to a lot of albums that become classics, or a lot of artists that became some of the greats. People shit on them in the beginning. That's literally part of it. That's literally part of it. You're gonna get haters, and sometimes they're not even hating, they might even be right, but because it's something new, it's not the norm. Because in order to judge something, most people in their head, they're comparing it to something else. So when you introduce something brand new and it's pure from the heart, and it's all right, this is a brand new, rare, unique form of diamond, they're gonna look at it, they're gonna compare it to like what they know to be the best diamond. They're gonna be like, we don't know what this shit is, until the world starts to appreciate it and be like, oh my God, this is the best form of diamond ever. And then, that those other people are like, at first we didn't see it, but now we do see it. This diamond is better than this right here, because this is all we've known forever. So that's just how it is. Or maybe Mr. Tanner was trash. There's that possibility, I'm just saying. He came home to Dayton and was questioned by his friends. Then he smiled and just said nothing, and he never sang again. That's sad. Accepting very late At night, when the shop was dark and closed, he sang softly to himself as he sorted through the clothes. Music was his life. It was not his livelihood. And it made him feel so happy, and it made him feel so good. And he sang from his heart, and he sang from his soul. He did not know how well he sang. It just made him whole. Damn. So to him, it was happiness. You know, that's dope. That's dope. I always tell people, like, I stopped making music. It looks like it, but you know, I write all the time. Like, I can't stop myself from writing songs, and you know, the only person that gets to hear them is my brother. I send it to him. I don't really put out music, but it's the same thing. Something you've been doing forever, and you know, unfortunately, hip hop and R&B and stuff like that is very competitive, so you try to be the best. But at the same time, too, who cares, right? Amazing story, and I'm happy that Mr. Tanner, you know, at the end, he knew that. You know, it's crazy. If let's say he had great reviews, right, and everybody was, oh my God, Mr. Tanner and stuff, right? I think that would eventually ruin his passion for, you know, just what he used to love to do when no one's watching. I love that story. Beautiful story, man. A++++. Shout out to Mr. Chapin. Yeah, Mr. Chapin. Okay. I thought I said his name wrong. I was about to say Mr. Chapin. Anyways, y'all let me know how you feel about it in the comment section below. I know I talked a lot, but stuff like this I relate to. And when I relate to something, you know, I'm just, you know, I could go on for days. But if you made it this far, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Like the video if you like the video. Leave a comment. Let me know that you were here. And I will see y'all in the next one. And guess what? You better be there. Peace.